أنا محمد البيايضة، مواليد 1993 وبشتغل كأستاذ رئيسي ومدرب للهجة بالمدرسة الأنتونية. قصتي مع المدرسة الأنتونية بدأت بال2021 لما كنت طالب بإحدى الدورات اللي كان بدرسها الأستاذ أنتونيو بنفسه. وبعد شهرين من التحاقي بالدورة عرفت إنه المدرسة الأنتونية بحاجة لتوظيف أساتذة، وبما إن الطريقة الأنتونية هي طريقة فريدة من نوعها كان لابد ومن الضروري على أي شخص بده يدرسها إنه يكون درسها من قبل. عشان هيك تشجعت وقدمت الوظيفة، وبعدها بفترة بسيطة استدعاني الأستاذ أنتونيو لمكتبه، والحمد لله وافق على انضمامي لفريق المدرسة الأنتونية. كانت هاي الفرصة بمثابة نقطة تحول كبيرة بحياتي، ومن يومها حياتي تغيرت للأفضل بشكل كامل.
من هنا بدأت القصة.
Hi there, I'm محمد Bassam البيايضة, and I was born in the Jordanian city of Karak on August 27, 1993. I belong to a family of 6, including my parents. I have 3 siblings, 2 sisters and a brother. My father works in the field of commerce, and my mother worked in the Ministry of Education. As for me, I completed my basic and secondary studies at Al-Karak Governorate. And I graduated from Karak Secondary School, the oldest school in Jordan, in 2011. After I passed the general secondary examination, the scientific stream, a new phase of my life began. In this new phase, I had to choose my field of study upon completion of my bachelor's degree. So, after researching and consulting those more experienced than me, and inspired by my passion for cars, I decided to enter Tafila Technical University. I chose to specialize in vehicle engineering, as it's the only university in Jordan that teaches this specialization. Plus, I've always wanted to depend completely on myself and get out of my family's shadow. I dreamed of starting a new life by relying solely on my own merits, by acquiring skills to develop both my personality and experience. In 2016, after 5 years of diligent study, I graduated from the university with a very good grade. Then I started looking for a job in the field of car maintenance to get practical experience in what I had studied. The job search continued for 2 years when I finally received the opportunity to train at the Air Potash Company in the External Maintenance Department through the Jordanian Engineers Association. I continued the training for 2 months. It was at this time when they offered me a job in the Vehicle Maintenance Department as a maintenance workshop controller, and I worked there from 2018 till 2021. In our modern era, the English language has become a basic requirement for most businesses, and fluency gives many opportunities for job seekers. Three years ago, my brother discovered Antonio's Way School and Mr. Antonio's new methods for teaching English to non-native speakers. My brother was intrigued, so he decided to attend one of the events given by Mr. Antonio Hodge. He couldn't stop raving about the school after the event, and I'm not gonna lie, I was mind-blown with what he said, and I was sold without even attending the event. So I decided to enroll in the course, and of course I did. Nevertheless, the atmosphere of the school was wonderful and full of positivity. The staff were so professional and encouraging. But what caught my attention the most is how much love and respect they had for Mr. Antonio. It was genuine and honest admiration.
Then after crunch was over, I would always like beg my parents to let us go over to my grandparents' house. And we go over there and eat dinner, and I would watch baseball games with my grandfather. So that was always a lot of fun. What's your family likes? I come from dysfunctional family.
So after several introductory classes, I was finally honored to meet the great teacher himself, Mr. Antonio Hart. He's amazing in each and every way. He's not only a teacher, but also an educated, cultured, wise, and humble human being. He truly knows his staff, which left me no doubt that I was in the right place to begin my English learning journey. On November 17th, 2021, Mr. Antonio made my dream come true when he offered me an opportunity to work with him and his team. It was an amazing honor for me to work with such a great organization, so I welcomed it with open arms. My journey at Antonio's Way School started when I became one of Mr. Antonio's assistant teachers. To me, Mr. Antonio is more than just a role model. He's so much more than that, as he was one of the very first few people to notice my abilities, which he then put to the test by giving me an opportunity to truly excel. I was honored that he believed I was good enough to be called one of his assistant teachers, a potential main teacher, and one of his successors. Though I had the feeling, that I was still not ready to take on such responsibility, Mr. Antonio was right there, assuring me I was more than ready to be one of his assistant teachers. His absolute trust sent my confidence skyrocketing through the roof. It helped me prove to myself just how fitting I am for this role and how capable I actually am. And with that trust, I started to work harder than ever and even managed to take 3 different classes over the course of a year and 3 months. So, after this huge milestone, I decided it was time to focus on my career over my personal life, wholeheartedly and with no regrets. You might say this is a bit too much, isn't it? It's all about finding the right life-work balance. Well, while that might be true in some cases, Mr. Antonio's wisdom, knowledge, and shining personality have inspired me to understand my priorities in this phase of my life. And as I've mentioned before, I used to work at one of the most well-known and reputed engineering companies in all of the kingdom. Yet, it was outdated and lacked opportunities for education and growth. At Antonio's Way School, however, I began experiencing exponential levels of growth, both financially and mentally, from the moment I started working. And I can't forget to express my gratitude for the rest of the team, all of whom were handpicked by Mr. Antonio himself. They've been my biggest supporters since day one and always lift me up when I needed them. They were my family when I needed one, and my second home when I was missing mine. I wish them nothing but infinite success and validation in whatever they set out to do with their lives. Now, my journey of success at Antonio's Way School didn't stop there, but rather it just kept on going. In fact, my incredible teacher, Mr. Antonio, never stops impressing me. He's constantly showing me that the sky is our only limit. So, needless to say, I was incredibly honored when Mr. Antonio offered me the position of lead teacher after completing 1,000 revision classes. Like I said earlier, he sees things in me I never thought I had. I just can't express how thankful and grateful I am for everything he's done for me so far. I sincerely hope that I will always be able to live up to his expectations.
دائما كان الأستاذ أنطونيو يزرع فينا قيمة العطاء ويحثنا على تقديم أفضل ما عندنا للطلاب، وغرس فينا حب واحترام مهنة التدريس، وعلمنا دائما إنه هي مش مجرد وظيفة إحنا بنأديها، بل هي رسالة سامية بنقدمها بكل حب وإخلاص للطلاب لحتى نساعد طلابنا على تحسين حياتهم للأفضل. وصدقا وجود الأستاذ أنطونيو بحياتي من أفضل وأكبر النعم اللي رب العالمين أنعمها علي، وشو ما عملت وشو ما حكيت مستحيل أوفي الأستاذ أنطونيو حقه. الله يحفظه من كل مكروه ويبارك بعلمه ويزيده من فضله ويخلي لنا إياه.